welcome back to our third ever podcast episode.
We are back with another banger.
Yes, we are. New location unlocked, guys. This is so exciting.
Yeah, we're excited.
Hopefully y'all like it. Thank you guys so much for all the love on the first two videos. We're so happy, and hopefully you guys love the weekly content that we're providing for you guys.
Yes, we're so excited to be back again. 2025. Our word is what?
Excited.
Yes.
We just say excited, so
because we're just happy,
We're just
like
excited.
happy girlies. What's our favorite word for 2025?
Yes.
excited.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's like Dora, you know, when it's like, what did she say?
I don't even know. I want to give an example so bad though.
It's like, oh, can you find the fox?
Swiper, no swiper.
Yeah. Can you find Swiper? That was kind of good Dora voice, right?
There's so much lore to this. Sonia used to be Dora.
Yeah.
Actually, we have video proof, photo proof, but we'll show that later on.
It's because me and my mom were locked into Dora. We loved it.
Dora
Honestly,
was
my
that
mom-
girl.
Dude, my mom loved Dora. I feel like my mom was watching Dora because she wanted to watch it too half the time. But no
That's
shade,
okay.
no tea,
That's
because and Diego too. Oh my god, the spin-offs go crazy.
Jai, we need our Jai.
Oh yeah.
We'll be right back. This is guys, we got our Jai. Wait, you can still see the steam. Do you see the steam coming out? Now Sonia's cup all the way back there.
And now he's not doing the makeup hand. He's gonna do the makeup hand for both of us. Okay, you're already back. Yeah.
And I
They saw the steam. I'm sure
Yeah.
they saw the steam.
We have
girl,
some type
ain't
of
nobody
hot
seen
shot.
no steam.
And can you
Cheers.
tell that we're twinning? Our cups are also twinning.
Literally, hello?
And our blankets also twinning.
Okay, we have to take a sip.
Okay, cheers. Cheers! And cheers to you fairies.
Cheers to the fairies, to our
Okay,
fairies.
you take a sip first, because if it's too hot. Take a sip, just say cheers. It's piping hot.
It's not piping hot. You just go.
Oh, intermission. Sorry, guys. I'm so bad when it comes to hot stuff, and I burned my tongue yesterday
No,
with
you're
the
good.
udon that I'm
You're
like
good.
so. I'm so scared.
You got this.
Can we just
Go
like,
fairy.
Oh, guys, I'm
Go
so scared.
fairy.
Hey guys, I'm waiting for it to be done. I almost was there. He knows so over me right now. Okay, give me a sec, guys.
One eternity later.
I can't even wait.
Honestly, it's bomb.
Honestly, I say Ja. Sonia says Jai.
Like a chai tea.
Yeah, but I say Ja, so we have our Ja. So today's episode is called Childhood and Ja with the Fairies. So what that entails is us talking about our childhood memories and games that we used to play. Honestly, we used to do so many things when we were little. We had the
like,
best
creative.
childhood.
We did. And we always found something to do because our parents would always just be upstairs doing their own thing, playing poker or like playing a card game, and so we'd be downstairs.
And
Look at her
in the-
sitting there. I love it.
In
I
the
love
earlier
it.
days, they used to freaking be dancing, so they need to get back to that.
They do though sometimes.
They do
honestly.
still,
They
yeah.
do. They do.
And then we're dancing with them.
I know. But we're gonna talk about our favorite memories that we talk about all the time.
Yeah, literally
we still
all
bring
the
up to
time.
this day, honestly. It's like, you know when you can always just talk about something and it never gets old.
Yeah.
That's what it is, because it was our upbringing, it was our childhood.
Yeah.
So we want to talk about the first story, which is basically trauma.
Trauma for her.
Trauma for me.
And honestly, it could have been trauma, but I was told it was a joke, so like I knew.
Yeah, she kind of caught on. No, sometimes you were.
I was
you were
scared.
caught
I
up.
told you.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
literally like, oh my god, because the seatbelt. But yeah, the lore. There's so much lore behind. I literally just started saying lore, but now it's my favorite thing because it's like, wow, there
I
is
put you on. I
lore.
said Laura, and then
She
after
did.
that,
She did, but then I heard my friend say it too, and I'm like,
Yeah.
lore. I'm like,
it eats, right? Okay,
Too much
so
lore.
do you want to tell them the lore about the location?
yes.
and
Okay,
stuff?
yes. It started. My family owned a convenience store,
Which was like, oh my god, it was so tea. Like, how cool was it? Because literally, imagine being what, well, 10 years
no,
old.
we were young.
We were young, yeah.
I was probably 5 when I first started going there.
And imagine me, I was literally 3 years old. in
No,
middle
when the story
school.
happened, it was no, you were probably still like probably 6th grade.
But imagine me being like 11 years old and just going to a candy store. So I would walk in, they'd be like, help yourself. I'm like walking into the store. It's crazy.
Yeah, we didn't do nothing crazy though. We would just take like gum.
No, obviously we wouldn't hit a lick on that.
No, but I mean,
it would be
sometimes
like ice cream
I'd be like,
or-
damn, maybe I shouldn't take this much. I was like, maybe I should relax. Maybe I
But
should
yeah.
relax. The lore started when Sonia started coming. You know, some family lived near the convenience stores, so we were able to hang out with each other when we were younger
Yeah.
too. when we were not at a cousin's house or each other's house.
But I would also sleep over her house too, like around this time, because I would be sleeping over
Oh
a
yeah,
lot.
we did have sleepovers.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if this was a sleepover or if she like ended up just hanging out with us that day, but we were going to our convenience store.
I think we were just hanging out that day.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was nighttime.
Yeah, so...
We have to talk about the other main character.
Yeah, do you want to say... what was his name?
Shabu.
Say it louder for the people in the back.
No, because it's gonna come out. No, I'm kidding. Imagine. Wait. Oh my gosh.
Because mom was like, wait, what if he does?
I know. See, trauma. Like we can't make this up.
But no,
Okay,
Shabu was an imaginary character.
And the other main character of the story was her brother.
He was just saying it was his imaginary friend, but we were just scared of it.
Because Ro is Hina's older brother, and he would be like, oh, it's just my imaginary friend, but it would be like after he scared us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He'd be like trying to like sugarcoat us.
I don't know where he came up with that name Shabu, but that's a great friend name.
Yeah.
Honestly, like what?
Okay, so it takes place in a car, the story, but where we parked outside of the convenience store.
Yeah, we were literally
close to it.
We were gonna park to go to the convenience store. There was a parked car next to us, and its seatbelt was clicked. Nobody was in the car.
But you know what's so crazy? It's like, as you're saying this story, I'm like thinking about it. But the way that the car was parked, it was literally directly under a street light.
Oh, you could see in it for sure.
Yeah, but the illusion of it being under the street light and with the seatbelt plugged in, it gave a shadow.
Plugged in. You plug in a seatbelt.
Yeah, you plug in, right? That's right.
You click a seatbelt. Put in a seatbelt. Put your seatbelt on.
Oh yeah, like a plug. Oh yeah. Like an outlet plug, whatever. Not too much,
but yeah, and it's funny because that was the first time I've seen someone have their seatbelt on and like nobody in the car. But Sonia's mom's notorious for that.
Not too much of my mom, no, cut that out.
No, she's notorious for that ever since like I got older and then I finally saw another car with nobody in it but the seatbelt clicked. It was her mom's car. I was like, fairy godmother.
Yeah, fairy godmother, come on.
You need to stop.
Yeah.
But back to the story time of how he scared you and stuff.
Me and Hina were sitting in the back seat of the car and Ro was sitting in the passenger side, and he basically was just like, look over there, and he pointed to the shadow of the seatbelt. He was like, look, Shabu's over there. And he said it like in a scary ass way
He did say
too.
scary, yeah.
He was like, look, there's Shabu over there. Just my imaginary friend. And then I don't know for whatever reason, but I think the seatbelt being plugged in and like the shadow. Oh my god! The seatbelt being
I'm
the
just kidding. You
seatbelt.
can say plugged is just so
No,
funny.
I can't because that's probably wrong.
The seatbelt being plugged in.
Fuck it. But just the illusion of the seat itself and then the actual belt being on, it was so scary to me. I was like, wait, Shabu's right there.
She was actually scared. Like I remember
I was
my
like grabbing.
POV. She was like, oh my god.
I was grabbing onto Hina.
She's like, oh my god, Hina Shabu's over there. And I knew. So this was the point in the story where I knew Shabu was fake. But that seatbelt thing did get me.
Because Ro kept saying like he kept like adding to the story. He'd be like look like the seatbelt's on, like he's right there, like he's looking at us.
You don't see him?
Yeah, he kept. Bro, honestly, Ro gaslit us. Gaslit me more than Hina because obviously
not the
Hina called out,
gaslighting
but
starting from an early age.
literally, oh my gosh. And he just like played into it so well.
He did.
And there were other times too, but that was like the most like notorious like Shabu story. But even us like going out and it being nighttime, he would always find a way to be like, Shabu's here, or even at their house. And Hina's basement is so scary, guys, by the way, okay? And that's another thing too. That also adds to the lore because it's just the environments are placed in, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Ro would just playing into the environment.
Yeah. Do you remember when like you found out that it was fake?
Not that day, but I remember like probably like later on because he clowned us for like a good how many years? A good like 2-3 years with this Shabu story.
But
Probably more, but like no, we can't cut that out.
I wonder if I told you it was fake, but I don't remember telling you. So.
I do remember that you didn't catch on to it, so then I was like, wait, if Hina's not scared anymore, then I shouldn't like also be scared. But
I was
don't
laughing
remember,
at her.
I don't remember the exact day where like I remember Shabu not being like a real thing anymore, but I just remember just being so traumatized. We started with the trauma first, okay? We started with the trauma dumping first.
Wait, actually, low-key though, there is more trauma.
There is more
on that
trauma.
list.
You know what a YouTuber clocked us and was like, people are saying like trauma this, but it's just us opening up.
No, but that was trauma.
But it
This
was
was trauma.
This was trauma. Remember it to this day. To this day. But that was the Shabu story. It was Hina's brother's imaginary friend, but it was also our ghost that haunted us.
Like we said, we have other traumatic memories. So a core memory of mine, Sonia was there, so we'll get her POV. We were at my aunt's house, and she has a pool. And around the pool, it's like cement. We were playing one of the stupid games.
Where we were dogs.
And yeah, literally. Soccer was on my back. But anyways, we were playing one of the stupid games. Not all of our games were stupid,
No,
but
they're not.
this stupid game. Sorry, I failed to mention that there's also a fence. Not anymore, but there used to be a fence around their pool. So we were like, let's do a race. Like, who can be on all fours going around? Yeah. No.
You make her family
Get your
so
gutter
bad.
out of the gutter. But we were on all fours crawling like a baby, and there was somebody on our back. BFFR. What does that spell?
Go ahead.
Be for real. Why did we have somebody on our back? I don't know. But your brother, Sagar, was on my back. And mind you, Sagar is not heavy or anything, but at that time I was very much smaller than him. And he was on my back. But I was the one like, yeah. Let's go, yeah, Sagar, yeah. So we went around, and that concrete path came that leads to the pool that we were going around. And all I remember is my knee was bloody. And I'm just like, blood. And like, I saw blood like coming down my knee like this. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm bleeding.
Dude, she started screaming her lungs out.
Yeah,
She's
dude.
like, oh my gosh.
I'm terrified.
Oh my gosh. Like, yeah. And then Sagar was like, oh my God. And then
I was like, oh my God, Ina, you're bleeding. I was like, oh my God, Sagar, I know. What the fuck?
It was like one person's freak out led to another person's freak out. And then from my POV, it's all happening, and I hear like screaming out of nowhere. Then all I hear is your dad come down from upstairs, and then my dad come downstairs, and now everyone's just like SWAT teaming around Hina.
Yeah, so that happened, and now I'm just, I think I'm hallucinating at this point, because I see, this was probably my first injury. Like,
This is trauma.
for
That
real.
was trauma.
Yeah, my first
And you were wearing
injury was
shorts,
trauma.
dude.
Yeah. So I remember was when he said, like, my dad and my uncle came down, and I was like, help me! I was just like, immediately like, help me. I was like, help me, something's wrong, help me. And my dad like takes a look at my leg, and your dad's also there. My dad's like cleaning it up with the napkin and everything like that. And he's like you're fine. And I'm pretty sure I'm being a hypochondriac at this point. Like, I'm pretty sure.
She is still.
I know I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Is she
Actually,
trying
not
to
that
clock
bad.
me?
No. Maybe. Possibly. Anyways, okay.
Anyways, but then I was like, no, like, I'm not okay. Like, we need to go. Like, what if I need stitches?
We need to go to the hospital.
And yeah, and like, I remember it kind of continued on, but then I ended up going inside, and then I kind of made a big deal, and I was like, nobody cares about me. Like, my mom was still sitting at the table, not even paying any attention to me. I'm like, Dad, I'm still bleeding. Like, hello? I'm
Main
still
character.
bleeding. There's still blood. They're like, hold the napkin there, hold the napkin. I'm bleeding! Take me to the hospital!
All I remember is just I'm like, damn, my girl's out for the count.
Yeah. So I eventually went with my dad to go get it checked out while my mom was still at my aunt's house. But it was me and my dad getting it checked out. So I ended up getting it wrapped, but the next day it was fine. Like, I was dramatic, but I was also like, that was trauma.
It was trauma.
But no more trauma. Like, we have happy stuff too that goes on in our life, okay? So we'll move on to that.
But it's fun because honestly, you do think about the dramatic times, you know. But yeah, there was a lot of incidents. Because when you're a kid, you just want to have fun and play games, you know, and that's all that we did.
That's literally
all that we did.
We kept ourselves entertained. Yeah, for sure.
Let's put all that trauma away, okay, for a little bit. But now onto like a more happier, upbeat note. So in my old house, our backyard was like the best, but it was slanted. And during the winter, we would make a makeshift slide.
Yes. Oh my God. Hey, to explain her backyard a little bit more, she had like a shed in the middle of it, and then a porch, like stairs leading up to the porch.
Yeah,
And
but our
the
backyard
shed was in the middle, so like it was literally like the porch side and then some green on the other side that just led down.
Literally, it was like, it's like a tree is like right here, the shed's right here, but then my backyard is literally like coming up from here all the way down.
Yeah,
like
literally
it's
like a hill.
During the winter, we would get buckets of water and
gosh.
basically paved the way for a slide and put the water on it, harden the snow, literally
Snow
make it
to
ice.
Yes, yes.
Make it ice. And then we would run down it with our red. Do you remember the red slides, the red plastic slides?
Yes, it was like
red.
scooped.
Yeah. It would take a long time for us to make the pathway and to make an actual slide.
It took some time.
It did. It took a couple hours. We were out there.
I think
it did.
Really? You think so? All I remember is whoever it was, they would start that little line, and then we would try to keep continuing the line, so someone else would keep on going.
That was the time-consuming part.
That was.
You literally would be on the slide, and then you would be like on your with your feet. You'd like push a little bit, and then somebody would have water just like following you over.
Yeah. So then we would do like test runs. Yeah. If we stopped like in the middle, we're like, are we gonna go water? Make that path better. We were so funny though, because we could have done it on the other side of her shed, but we did it on the part where her porch is, like the legs of the stairs. Tell me why we were just freaking flying to the stairs. We were coming from the top, just going straight to the stairs. But luckily, none of us ever like hit the stairs that I remember.
No, but it's so funny because we would just be going into our porch essentially, like we like. It was so fun because we really started from like the corner and we really just made it like a big long slide.
So steep hill.
Yeah.
Steep hill.
But winters at my old house was like the best. Like we honestly look forward to it. We loved our winters. Oh my god.
And in the summer at Sonia's house, old house, we used to have a water slide. So instead of the snow slide, we had a water slide. So
we made use of that hill. Okay?
Yeah, that hill was put to work. But Sonia also lived off a steep hill as well. So we used to ride bikes there too, and we would always come zooming down that hill, me and Sunny.
You guys, yeah. And
you did too, though. You started to do it.
Yeah, after a little bit. I remember me and Sunny would do it, but there was one day cars coming like left and right, but they wouldn't care. They would literally just go. And so I was scared growing up, but then eventually I would take my bike up. But I do remember a traumatizing day where it was me and Sunny this time. And
not the trauma coming back.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Oh god. It always
okay. Let's unpack.
But it was just literally we would go and Sunny went first. You did go one at a time. Did you and Sunny ever go together?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So Sunny went first and then I went after him, but I remember like Sunny going and I gave him like a good amount of space before I ran into him, because once you are on this bike and you go down this hill, you're going fast.
Low key though, I used to
too fast.
I used to brake. I used to do a little break going down.
Yeah, but oh my gosh. So I literally was on my bike, so Sunny was in front of me, and I went, and I just remember being so close to a car because I was so scared because it's like a sidewalk right here. I was racing down, and the minute I was down, a car was coming so close to me, and I never went back.
Yeah, that was a big hill.
Yeah.
But the hill in her backyard as well, in the summertime, we used to do a water slide. So you guys know what a water slide is. We'll insert a picture here if you don't.
Girl, so, they know what a water slide is.
Imagine they didn't have a childhood.
Literally, no.
That's what it's getting. I'm like, let me show you what a water slide looks like. But I actually remember the exact one you had.
Oh my gosh, it was blue.
Yeah, but it was yellow too.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, so we used to slide down that thing, and like we used to run and go boop.
And we'd put soap on it too to make it go faster. Oh my gosh. But sometimes we'd be getting burned because it would just be the water slide and then obviously the grass. Like we'd go so fast with soap that it would kind of burn a little bit. But it was so much fun. Yeah, we put that hill to work. That was the best.
Miss you, Sonia's old house.
I know.
Another memory that we have as well.
Trauma.
Oh my god, yeah, actually, LOL. But we had so this was trauma and fun because trampoline days
were the best. Yeah. Hopefully, insert a photo of a trampoline right here. No, I'm kidding. Imagine. No,
they have to know. Come at me.
Yeah. I'm like, you guys have to know what a water slide is, but maybe
you don't gonna video that we say because you know why? Why not?
Why not?
Well,
we're trampoline girlies.
Yeah.
So Hida had a trampoline at her house, and then I also had a trampoline at my house.
Yeah. The only difference was that Sonia's was netted, and mine was not.
And also to talk about because it was scary. Hina's trampoline, it would be kind of on a hill, okay, and it would be kind of off to the side.
My yard is not flat.
It's not flat, and they put it on literally a bump.
Yeah. It was literally like on a slant.
So all you can
in the front yard.
So all you can see is basically like a hill. But I just remember being so scared of Hina's trampoline, dude.
Yeah, because no net either.
Yeah. And I was like, am I gonna die right now?
and there was like a tree right above it too.
Yes. I remember, oh my gosh, row soccer, like all of our tall cousins, they would literally
Popcorn us to India.
and then we could like reach for like the flower, like reach for like the branch.
Yeah,
what are we doing?
We jumped mad high.
We did,
like
though. We really did.
really high, like high in the sky. Like
There's a cheat code too, and we talked about this before, but we would put water on our trampoline.
oh my god.
We literally would take a hose, our green hose, and put water all over the trampoline, and then it would make you jump higher.
Mhm.
And during the summer, it was like a lifesaver because you were
Take
already
showers
sweating.
on it. Wait, that's
Wait, we need to do it again. Yeah, we need to do it again. So we love
not actual
sprinklers.
showers, by the way.
Yeah, not actually, like just, you know, like a, yeah.
Like a dip with the hose.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the memories is bringing
I
back, guys. This is
know.
like unlocking. a
Honestly,
little
this is
crevice
like
of
really
memory.
cute right now.
Yeah, we had a lot of memories. That's,
Yeah.
Like,
But even just trampolines, I'm always gonna just be like so special to us.
Yeah.
And should we talk about the stories?
yeah. Oh my god! Oh my god! Okay.
We used to play so many games!
It was better at Sonia's house, obviously. Okay, so this ties into games, whatever, I don't even care. But we played literally on the edge before the springs. We used to run in a single file line around the trampoline, playing tag. But imagine doing that at my house with literally no net on a hill, but we still did. Like I did. Me and my best
Yeah,
friend,
because you
like,
guys are crazy!
yeah, we still did. I mean, I think that's why I wasn't scared of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then when I got older, it's so crazy because the older you get, low-key the scared you get to do things when you were younger.
Yeah.
Do it when you're younger, but like
Because when you're a child, you just think, oh, like you're just excited to do everything. But then when you're
Exactly.
older, you're kind of like a little more like
it's like I could get hurt. I don't want to get hurt, Pookie.
But tag was so fun. I barely would play tag though, because I would get out like the first couple of rounds. Because honestly, I was happy because I would be too scared. Once it's like a 1v1, you guys are running fast. Like, it's no joke.
Big ass strides. And you're bouncing at the same time.
And then there was another game too, Seed Drop.
Yeah.
That game was fun. We would still play to this day, but it was basically
If you
like
know, you
bouncy
know.
balls.
Yeah, if you
Yeah,
know,
if you know, you know.
Yeah. Because Seed Drop's known. So,
So
if
how
you know, that's
so how was Seed Drop anyways? I'm like kind of forgetting now.
Bruh.
So is it like, I know that you bounce people out, but I forget how
Okay,
you actually,
so-
oh, if you land out of the trampoline.
What?
No.
Okay,
You
how
don't-
is it?
Okay, so it's a circle,
Mhm.
so everybody has space, and then you bounce, and there'd be a 3, 2, 1. Everybody goes on their butt at the same time.
Oh yeah, and then you try to get up.
Yes,
Oh
and
my
you
god,
have
we
to-
need to play that again. That was the best game ever.
That was a really fun game.
Can you
What-
tell how fun our childhood was? Like we're so fun.
Yeah. And still are. Clock it. We're trampoline girlies, we're adventurous girlies, like we're trying to be outside. I mean, I'm trying to be outside. Because I'm single.
No, but we can be outside, like be adventurous
Yeah.
outside.
Like we're going to Morocco to hike, okay?
And then Hawaii.
Yeah.
Oh
like,
my god.
Don't play with it. Okay.
But we are gonna be hiking girlies, and we're gonna play pickleball too.
Period.
Oh my god,
Times.
sorry, let me bring back a memory.
Yeah.
Oh my god, rewind. Sonia slept over my house one time, and I fell asleep. So it's me, Rena, and Sonia in her old room.
I was at
And-
their house for like 3 days though.
I don't think this was the day when you were at my house for 3 days, though.
I think it. Okay.
When you- okay.
I don't know. All I
Do you
know
know
is
what
I
memory I'm
found it a long
talking
time.
about?
No.
Okay, so
Never mind. Look
I
it
went
up.
to sleep, and I was supposed to stay up though because around 2 o'clock, Sonia and Rena snuck out the house without me and went to the park. You remember that?
No.
You don't remember leaving the house and going to the park for like 30 minutes and coming back home? I woke up because we planned to go to the park. Okay, we were like, oh, let's sneak out and go to the park. Sorry, moms and dads, but yes, they snuck out of the house, but I was home. Good girl. Okay? So I was home because I fell asleep. I wish I stayed up. I had so much FOMO when I woke up and you guys weren't there. I'm like, I wonder what they're doing at the park.
Yeah, the FOMO's real.
Literally like 10 minutes after I woke up, they came home. I was like, I can't believe you guys didn't wake me up. Why didn't you guys wake me up? I can't believe you don't remember this.
I do. I'm getting like glimpse of it now. Honestly, that's so funny.
Yeah, I was so mad. I was like, wow.
Yo,
But
me and Rita were like, peace out, Hina.
they were like, yeah, I'm not waking this girl up. Because I love my sleep. A nap will take me.
Oh my gosh. Hina's gotten better now, but sleeping with Hina before when we were younger,
Oh
no
my
blanket.
God.
Dude,
No shit.
I would wake up with no blanket, no nothing. I'd be abused by her literally. Like, she'd be kicking me throughout the night, and then I'd wake up, no blanket. And look at her over here.
Literally
Sleeping,
like that.
Like, unbothered.
But yeah, just to go back to the memories, that was another memory.
So our second portion, we're just gonna be talking about our childhood games. We would sleep over each other's houses so much, but when we would sleep over Hina's house downstairs, she has 2 windows and like a couch. And when we were little, Hina would have extra keyboards around her house and extra headphones and stuff. And so we would place ourselves at McDonald's or any fast food restaurant. But I think back then we loved McDonald's, so it would always be McDonald's.
It was always McDonald's.
It was always
Welcome to
McDonald's. It was. But imagine us, we were like, I don't even know how old.
It doesn't even matter. We were young enough.
We were young, and with our freaking headphones on, our keyboard that was literally had a cord, just
back there.
And we'd be sitting on this couch facing these windows, and we'd be like, "Welcome to McDonald's. Can I take your order?"
And so the two windows, the first window was where we took the order. So someone was literally outside of the house, and someone was inside of the house. And then, welcome to McDonald's, how can I take your order? And the other person would be like, can I get a fry? And can I get this and that and this and this? And then you would pay at that window. I think we used to make like paper money.
We did.
We used to make paper money.
Oh my gosh. Like
we would write the amount and literally cut it out in the shape of a dollar bill.
It would always be McDonald's has me dead, Hina.
And then the next window, they'd pick up the food.
And the thing is, we would play this for hours. At that point, we were ordering the whole McDonald's.
We were ordering.
So to tie into that, whenever Hina would sleep over at my house, the way that my house was laid out was our kitchen had like a big window. It's just like an opening, and it was connected to the kitchen and the dining room. And we literally would just clear off the shelf, and we would make that be our drive-through window. And oh my god, do you remember when? So we also would like make concoctions up too. So like at that point, because it was our kitchen was like right there, and whoever was ordering would be like at the at the dining room table. And I remember one time where I was the one taking Hina's order, and I don't know if you remember this, but you ordered like a concoction of like ketchup, like anything, all the condiments that we had.
Did I actually?
Yeah, the condiments.
I remember.
But it's like because we were just being creative.
Yeah, I remember one time that we did make bagel bites for one another. We're like, can I get bagel bites, please? Sure, coming right up. Put that thing in the microwave for 3 minutes and 30 seconds.
Oh my god, but yeah, we basically would just make a drive-through with that makeshift window,
and we could cook actual food for each other.
Yeah.
And Sunny would play with us too.
Sunny would. First of all, we were the boss, we were the cleaners, we were the cookers, we were the chefs. We were a two-woman-old business.
Yeah.
We were the customers.
That part. So using those keyboards I had and those headsets I had, I would bring the keyboard and the headsets wherever we were, and we would set it up. So set up your keyboard, set it up, and we would be like, da, 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 like you could hear the clicking clacking of the keyboard.
I think that's what we loved so much too, was like the clacking.
Insert the clicky clacking of the keyboard here.
Should we do like a scene? Okay, ready?
Okay. Ring ring!
Desi Fairies Enterprises, how may I help you? Okay, yeah. Okay.
And scene. So literally, I think we really would do the ring ring and be like, oh, do you want to get the phone this time?
Yes! That part! See, because we had manners!
But yeah, that keyboard was put to work.
Oh
we
my
would use
god,
it for everything.
Yes. Oh my gosh, can I tell you another memory that I just remembered?
Yeah.
I remember that we were at Nisha's family's house, and we were sitting, and they have a big TV. And I remember, and I think it was also at Jyoti's house too where we would do this, but we were sitting in front of the TV, me and you, and we always do this thing where the subtitles would be on, and we'd be like, okay, you be this person, and I'll be this person. And we literally would just watch the show, but then whenever this person would speak, you would be speaking. Do you remember that?
No.
Oh my gosh.
Are you sure you did it with me?
Yes, girl.
I don't remember.
Oh my god.
Dude, not that memory not unlocking in my brain.
But it's
right
okay.
now.
We literally would
but
just
thank
like
you
sit
for
down.
reminding me.
We would sit down in front of the TV, and whenever the subtitles would be playing, let's say it was like High School Musical, you'd be Troy, right? And then you'd say like all Troy's parts, and we'd break out. You don't remember that?
No.
We literally had like duets too sometimes.
I remember the duets. Okay?
Yeah.
The duets I remember. We were like, I'm gonna be Gabriella, and the other person's Troy, and we're like,
And we'd be singing.
we're soaring, flying. There's not a star in heaven that we can reach.
Yikes!
But yeah, we would do that all the time. But that was another memory unlocked. Anyways, we're on to the games, actually.
Yeah.
We're talking about games.
Yeah, so we played that game
Honestly, that was giving memories, but it was a games to us because we literally ran corporate companies.
Yeah. We were
secretary
corporate
girlies.
We were CEOs.
And not just plugging in for free, but it was fun for us.
Yeah, we were occupied.
Yeah, we did. We played.
Like, I'm talking like occupied for like 4 or 5 hours.
Girl, like the whole day. Because at that point, being a child, it's like that was your day.
Yeah.
That was like, it felt like the whole day.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay.
So, speaking of Nisha's parents' house, we used to play this game in her basement.
Basement's the best basement.
Yeah.
But it was scary.
And there was like a back way too. Alex, we'll explain it more. But like, if you shut the lights off in that basement, it's dark.
It's pitch dark. You know how
Yeah.
like not even night vision. Like not
Yeah.
even you can see anything. It's dark.
Yeah. So we would play this game called Dark Night.
Shout out Sauger for the creative name. Sauger was our creative like genius. He was like the.
He was. You could say creative genius.
He was a
honestly.
creative genius.
Sauger's mind. He was just like, I have this game, and we would like hear it and we would play.
Yeah.
I have this game. We would play. I have this game. But I think collectively, because me and Sonia, when we were younger, we didn't play Dark Night though, remember? We used to be scared. So the older cousins would all be playing Dark Night. And they also sometimes wouldn't even let us play.
I know.
Trauma.
Okay, so do you want to explain what Dark Night is?
Yeah,
Okay.
so the game Dark Night is dark. And someone is the getter or the monster.
Like the
or
seeker.
whatever.
The monster, yeah.
So if the monster gets you,
I hated
you're
being the
out,
seeker.
and you have to sit on the couch or you have to go upstairs or something and stay up there until the game's over. So I hated being the seeker too.
Right.
But I also hated hiding.
I was gonna say that too, but then I'm like, wait, okay.
So it's like a free-for-all basically. So everybody's running around, da 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 da. There's like I said, there's secret passages behind. I wouldn't call it a secret passage, but in the game it kind of was, because you could enter through something and then exit through another, or you could like hide and fit. And some people couldn't even fit in the crevices, but some people could. So and then you literally where her furnace is and all that, it's like a maze. So it's like a dun 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 dun, like a zigzag. So literally imagine running through the zigzag, monsters freaking trying to catch you.
Yeah.
So yes, we finally started playing. Literally, when I'm telling you, like all of our cousins in their 30s now.
Oh my god.
Literally played with us.
We would still play right now. Like, I mean, we could.
Adult mode.
We
We probably need more space.
It was
'cause we
basically
were
like
little at the
Manhunt.
time.
It was Manhunt.
Yeah, but in a basement. I remember when we were playing, and there was like a storage room they had, but again, it was like a secret passage. It had 2 exits and 2 entrances. So I was hiding in the back of, and I remember all I heard was 3, 2, 1, ready or not, here I come, or something like that.
Literally though.
And I'm over here, like literally me, reenactment. I'm like, and I literally peed my pants. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. I was so scared.
You like literally just dropped the mic. Like no upbringing, no nothing. You just I peed my pants.
I was literally like I was so nervous. I was like, it just like the nerves got to me, and I literally.
But
peed.
you guys do comment down below if you also know that feeling of playing hide and seek when you're younger, and then the minute you find a hiding spot, it's like, damn, I gotta pee.
Yeah.
But you were also just peeing because you were scared too.
Both. I was literally, but like it came out, and I literally, I was like, damn, I felt so like gross that I literally got out. I was like, just tag me. I was like, and I went to the bathroom because I really had to pee.
That was the best spot though.
Yeah.
Where you were hiding.
Storage.
Yeah. Everybody would try to hide there some way somehow.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, Darker Night was so much fun. We would
That's
play
it.
at my house too.
Core
But
memory.
it would be like the entirety of the basement. You could hide in the garage, you could hide anywhere downstairs.
Oh, yeah. She also had secret passages at our old house, the OG.
Yeah.
And when it was dark, it was
We'd hide in the
scary.
laundry room. Do you remember that?
Yes.
We'd hide in the boiler room, and it was so hot. I think that's
It
how
was
it's
hot.
called. But that was a good hiding spot too, because barely anybody would try
It
to
was
like
scary
go in there.
too.
It was scary.
Yeah.
One time when we were playing Dark Night, me and Sunny banged into each other. We were in this carpet room and we were hiding against the couches. And so I remember the seeker was coming, and all of a sudden me and Sunny were walking because the seeker left the room to go probably to seek other people.
Couldn't find you.
Yeah. And I remember like we were crawling and we literally like banged into each other.
Ouch.
And then our teeth came off. Like literally.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She did tell me that. She literally like her tooth.
But yeah, that was Dark Night. We played that for a long time. So another game that we would play is at my old house. We basically would play in our garage all the time. So we'd play the off the wall game, but we'd also have a grocery store game, because once you walk into our garage, we had like a bunch of condiments that were laying around. We had like toilet paper. It literally looked like a grocery store. The key of the game was to grab as many groceries as you can without getting tagged by the person that was the monster, like the seeker again.
Yeah.
And the seeker would be by the pole, and the pole was like literally in the middle of the garage, and we had a broom. And so if you were able to pass over the broom without getting tagged, those were your groceries secured.
Yep.
And the game was so much fun because you were just basically playing like tag, and it would be like, oh, it'd be so sad when you just get caught and you had all these groceries in your hand like ketchup bottles.
You made a secure purchase but couldn't go through with it because when you used to have the toilet paper too, grab the whole freaking pack of the toilet paper and try to get over the line.
Oh,
but that was fun.
That was so much fun. But yeah, another thing too was in one of the rooms we had downstairs at my house, it was carpet and then the 2 couches, and we literally would do this thing where we'd put the couch in the middle or even like towards like the end of the other side of the wall, and we would run towards the couch. So it'd be like the couch is facing you, and we'd basically run from the wall all the way to the couch and try to knock it over.
This was when we were younger and smaller, so obviously it took more might, and it was more fun.
It was fun.
Like the drop was really fun. It was like a roller coaster.
It was. One minute you're just there, and then you're just like sliding off the couch. It's really fun. Yeah. And we'd do that forever. Like we never got tired of it.
Like, 1, 2, 3. Sometimes we would do 2 at a time, but usually it was only one.
It was fun. And then it was fun because we did 2 at a time. You guys were like in unison, so it'd be like run, run, run. Yeah. Boom! And then you guys would
just laugh, roll over and laugh, and go again. But it was so fun.
It was so much
and
fun.
Like,
we honestly even probably did 3 at a time. I bet me, you, and Sunny were on that couch slinging it down. Carpets are slept on. Another game that we played, my family loves to play card games and loves to play poker, so we had poker chips. And we'd bring this whole big case of poker chips, and we'd bring Tupperware, and we'd place Tupperware on the fireplace, and we'd take these poker chips and be far away from the Tupperware, and we would take the poker chips and try to toss them in, and each location was like a different level of points.
Yeah, I was pretty young at this time, so it was really hard for me, honestly, and Sagar was eating it up. So, let me point out, Sagar is notorious for being a creative genius in the games, but...
Clock it.
But Sagar would change the rules of the game to make sure that it's geared for him to win.
Oof, we said that.
Yeah, and he knows that.
He knows it.
He still does it.
He was like, wait, I'm losing? Switch it up.
Yeah, he's like, wait, guys, there was actually a rule. Oh my god, I just remember the memory.
I love this. I love it. What?
We have so many memories, but
we do.
For this episode, this could be the last one.
Oh, guys.
So it was still dark, but we were in a room. This we used to play at my cousin Sile's house. And we would do it in Sile's room, so we would have a blanket. And then
I'm like trying to read things.
And we would have a blanket, and it would be dark, and the people who were trying to hide from the monster would be in the blanket, like trying to cover it so the monster can't get in. But the monster would come out of the monster would come out of Sile's closet, and then we had the closet light on, so at least we had like a little bit, but you would close the closet door. So
oh my gosh.
The monster would try to get us out of the bed.
Yes, I remember. You and Sunny would play that game a lot.
And like if they drag you off the bed, if you touch the floor, you're out. I think I also peed during that game.
Hina!
It's the nervous pee, like not actual pee.
It's okay. Now she knows how to control her bladder now.
Clap for me. But these were such good memories to look back on.
I know. I'm like smiling. I'm smiling because of how
I know. It's like we have blush on, but I'm actually like laughing so hard that there's probably more red.
It was. Oh. So I look back, so I'm like,
more open. But
Shabu!
Shabu! Shabu!
Let him come. Let him come.
Yeah.
Y'all see Shabu? Wait, should we do the Dora voice? Can you guys find Shabu?
Yeah. Do you see him? Where?
Point to him. Is that what Dora says? Point to the subscribe button.
Click the subscribe button.
Can you guys find the subscribe button?
Yeah.
Not the.
Click it now. These are the things that we reminisce on like all the time, and there's so much more to share with you guys, but That's it for today's episode. We hope you guys enjoyed the content. If you guys want to hear more memories, let us know in the comments.
Yes.
And we have so many, so
This was
and
so
we
much
love
fun.
to share.
Yes, we do.
Hopefully you guys know some of these games.
I know. Hopefully you guys know what a water slide and a trampoline are. No, I'm kidding.
No shade, baby, no shade.
But comment down below if you guys have any childhood games that you guys played growing up that was kind of creative or that you guys made.
Yeah.
And comment down below if you guys thought that this video was just so fun, because we think it was so much fun. We had so much fun filming it. We'll see you guys back next week with another episode. So without further ado, bye fairies! Mwah!